What's up? It's your boy Junior here, and it's been a while. So, what I want to talk about is my encounter with a Hell Hound. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a giant dog, and usually said to have black fur. Well, when I encountered it, it did. And it was like the most terrifying thing in my life. Actually, yeah, one of the most terrifying things in my life. The other thing was when I was 3, a ladder fell on my head and shattered my skull. And if you want, I could leave that for another video. Just comment below, something like that. Or I'll just tell it. Yeah, what happened was there was 4 of us. My cousin Willie, who also has a YouTube channel, and he used to be my best friend. His name was Jay Sean. And then who was still my neighbor, who and their name is, well, their nickname was Buki. And so what we did is, in between my house and Buki's house before we moved, there was an abandoned blue house. And one day we were bored, so we decided to go around to the back of the house, and it was boarded up by wood, but it wasn't like thick wood. It was easy to break wood. So what we did is Willie and I decided to help out. Well, we both decided to take that break that thing, but as quietly as possible. And Buki and I were gonna go up to the attic and see if there was anything. And Jishawn and Willie went down to the basement to see what was going on. And so what happened was Buki was too scared, so she decided to. So we said that she can be lookout to see if anyone would end up coming. Ugh, sorry, almost burped. Um, so I went upstairs to the attic, and Sean and Willie both went down to the basement, and I slowly crept up the stairs on all fours. It was all carpet. The walls were white, and I can have this vivid, this super vivid image in my mind of what happened. I was crawling up the stairs on all fours and being as quiet as possible. And I go up the stairs, and I look and there's a wall to the left, and I could see the wall right there in front of me. Well, it wasn't really close, but it was in front of me. And I turn to the right, and I see this giant dog-looking thing, and sort of a ball, not a full-on ball, but curled up to stay, it was trying to stay warm or something. And after I looked at it, and for a bit I was confused on what it is. Then I saw its ears, and its ears started twitching like it was hearing something, and it put its head up, and its head was facing away from me, and then it turned around and stared straight into my eyes. Its eyes were sort of in between bright red and dark red, but it was red, I can tell, and its fur was black, and it was enormous, like twice the size of my American Bulldog Rocky, which you've seen in some videos. And it stares at me, and I don't really remember what happened after that. I sort of just, my mind kind of went phased away and went blurry. And then the next thing I remember was going down, and Jay Sean and Willie were already down on the first floor of where we got in, and Buki was so curious on what happened. I remember I was crying from what I saw, and Jay Sean, and after I decided to after I reconstructed myself, and so and I after I reconstructed myself and stopped crying, I asked what happened with them, and they said they saw an old lady in a trash can down there, like a giant trash can, and they said it was the old lady was obviously dead, and he said that well, they said that they saw some blood and stuff, and that's all they could see. So they immediately ran back upstairs. And after a bit, well, Buki started getting scared and said that we wanted to leave. And we started walking away, and we chilled. We started chilling out in the alleyway that we would always be playing around in. And they asked, and Willie asked what happened with me, and why I was crying, and I told them about it, and we decided to like never speak of that again, because for a while, anytime someone asked about my encounters with like ghosts or anything, I would tell them loads of different stuff, but the first thing I would tell them is my encounter with that hellhound. And every time I would like start tearing up, but I wouldn't fully cry, but I would tear up. So yeah, in the comments below, tell me about some of your some of your paranormal activity that you have seen, and I'll most likely reply to that and say like that's scary or something or whatever. Yeah, that's just about it. So see you peeps in the next video. Peace.